The
He's
biggest
in it for the
lie.
long haul.
The greatest lie he
Okay,
ever
but he
told.
could have also like dismissed her or like kind of broke up with her, but he did though.
That's what I'm saying. He set himself up. He should have did that.
Finally got to see Jacob. Undercover, yo, that shit gotta be the funniest, most ridiculous shit I ever seen.
For the brand's sake, this is why you bring on a Dani Dupree, because you need somebody who's on point, just like that.
Randy was actually kind of smart this week because he's just like, first of all, we're already running a con that you're kind of failing at. When Dani came over to talk about the modeling thing, and she was like, when she brought up Bill, he was like, don't tell me that you still hung up on that man.
You held that one in all week. You was waiting.
And I feel like they're going to get embarrassed because the Duprees always come out.
No,
am I right?
Crazy. Yeah, you got grandmothers and great grandmothers having rivalries.
Right. Hey y'all, welcome back to Loving Them Gates, a Beyond the Gates weekly podcast where Brian H. Butters and Queen PR dissects the latest episodes of the new hit show Beyond the Gates. We'll break down all the plot twists, character arcs, and iconic moments with our unique perspectives and a whole lot of love. Welcome back to Loving Them Gates.
What's so funny?
Because I'm always like, how are you going to react to my opener?
Oh.
You know? I cannot wait to get into these, all of the drama that happened in Fairmont Crest last week. But just some quick news clips about our favorite show. So Colby Natasha, the actress that plays Kat, and her husband were recently featured in Essence to talk about their wedding and their love story. I thought that was so cool and amazing. Also, Beyond the Gates is just like getting nominated everywhere. We like really love to see it. On March 7th, some of our favorite women in Beyond the Gates are going to be honored and representing the rest of the amazing women that are on the cast of Beyond the Gates. Tamara Tooney, Anita Dupree, and Jasmine Burke.
Legends.
Yes. And then we have the Behind the Lens superstar, and that's Jerisa Featherstone Winfield. And they're going to be representing the women of Beyond the Gates at the Bronze Lens Women Superstars Honors. And this takes place at Georgia State University at the Real Center of Arts, and it's the 17th annual. And I am so proud to see Beyond the Gates getting this recognition outside of the entertainment industry. That's pretty huge.
Yeah, me too. You know, and this is obviously during Women's International Month, so that's incredible. And you know, last year they came out guns blazing, literally and figuratively. But this year, he's letting people know, like, no, we here.
We are here.
Yeah, and I'll be excited to see them everywhere. I'm going to put, like I told you before, and I'm going to put this in the air. I want to see them at NABJ, National Association of Black Journalism.
I can see it.
In Atlanta. Should I tell people we already booked? Like, we already got our stuff? Like, I just did.
We will be in Atlanta for my first NABJ. I'm excited. And my first time in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Don't judge me. Chat. Don't judge me, gay.
I mean, you've been places I've never been, so
yeah. I mean, I take you.
What? You what?
I was gonna say I take you everywhere.
Oh, anyway, more with the news.
More with the news. The NAACP Image Awards voting has closed. So I really hope that all of our gatekeepers did what they had to do. They did the thing and cast their votes for Beyond the Gates, the best drama series. And I believe costuming or hairstyling was the other award. So hopefully everyone voted. Let's put some prayers and some good vibes in the air, because I would love to see Beyond the Gates come home with an Image Award. And lastly, and some good news, really, really good news, the Anita baby bag is back in stock in all colors. So make sure you
Mm-hmm.
grab those up because, as you know, those sell out fast. So make sure you get your Anita baby bag. I think it might be time for me to get one as well because I have been talking about it for a while and I don't want to miss out.
Right.
I do not want to miss out. So shall we get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's get into it. So I really have been itching. There is so many stories that I want to talk about from last week, but the main thing is, of course, my girl Nicole, because she is out here living her best life. And to some people, I would say it's a messy life. Because her romance is spilling over into the workplace. But what can you really expect? You're literally dating two doctors that work at the same hospital that your ex-husband also happens to work at, who's also dating a nurse that works there as well. So it was bound to spill over and get messy at some point, right?
I mean, how many times you probably see this in real life? And people will say, man, that's a soap opera. This is a great soap opera trope that I love. And it's a lot to unpack there. So I want to see where you go because I've been having some mental notes all week. And I'm ready to release.
Okay. So Nicole, right? Everyone keeps saying that she's changing. And I like that when Ted was having a conversation with Andre about Nicole dressing sexier, you know, being out and about and dancing, you know, at the bar with her man and kissing him in public and all this stuff. I loved hearing from Andre that, from Ted, that Nicole has always had a free spirit. You know, it's just like people mature, life happens, and, you know, she became more reserved, but she always had this in her. And she's coming back to herself. And I just hate that her wanting to feel sexy, free, a time of her life where she should be feeling this way. And it comes off as she's doing something wrong. And her ex-husband is being like super judgmental, as is the town, to be honest, because Nicole right now is the talk of the town.
Yes, she is. And, you know, I was sitting there and when he was talking with Andre, I was like, uh-oh. He was revealing like Nicole have showed this before. And he's trying to, like, at first it came off like he's surprised, like, oh, she doing this now? Nah, he started missing Nicole.
He's like, I know. He was like, I know her. I remember her.
He was thinking about, man, that trick she used to do. How flexible.
Well, now Kyle and Carlton getting them tricks now.
Yeah, she older, so it's probably better. So he was thinking about that. And when he was talking to Andre, and Andre kind of had to give him like, snap out of it, bro. You got somebody else. You moved on. And we got to remember, Ted never wanted to move on. As much as we get on him about everything, we can't act like
they were going to get back together. This man still is living in a hotel for some reason because he thought he was just going to move right back into their family home. But lo and behold, there's two men occupying that bed at times. So it's time for him to get a real place. And it's funny, I was going to ask you straight up, like, do you think Ted is completely over Nicole in a sense to move forward with Shanice without Nicole's love life becoming a thing?
Now I do. Before, I probably would have said no. And that would have been as much as bad as I want them to be together. He's probably not ready. But the conversation with Shanice, and really important, the conversation with Andre. So now I'm like, okay, you know what? I think it was kind of like he got that punch to the head and he's like, I'm ready. Let's do this. You know what I mean? And it sucks that he do have to see her in this life, but hey, it's growing pains, bro.
Yeah.
And, you know, Shanice is a beautiful. I mean, I'm not going to be disrespectful and say upgrade or downgrade, but I'm going to say a different breath of fresh air.
Different. But yeah, I was just going to say it's just different. And it does seem like Ted is all in with Shanice. And these are like, did you say growing pains as far as just literally being divorced for 2 seconds and dating other people and being they're very close in proximity in a lot of different ways. Y'all live in a small community. On top of that, y'all work together. So I think in
And truth
Ted's
be told,
defense,
neither one of them wanted it. If we being honest,
right?
Nicole didn't. Ted had a chance, in my opinion. Remember when they was all getting on him and she felt something, and then he ruined it when he just moved way too fast. So in my point of view, neither one of them really wanted a divorce. It wasn't like a Bill and Dani where eventually Bill was like, you know what, I'm moving on to the younger thing, and now he's regretting it. Neither one of them wanted a divorce.
Right. So you see Ted and Shanice being able to push forward and be a couple.
Will he look at her in that Valentine's Day dress? Yes. Okay. Even Nicole complimented her on it. Like,
well, Nicole is a class act.
But that's also like for Ted, just like, God dang it! He wants her to be jealous.
I know, but she's not. That's just not. I think Nicole has done so much work within herself that I don't think second guessing any of the choices that she's making at this point. Like, I think she processed her life beyond Ted and not being with Ted, and like she knows now what she wants. So I don't, I think it's. I don't think she's gonna be jealous at all. Like either. I think she's, she literally said, "Have a good time" in front of Ted, and was like, "That dress is beautiful, good for you." But what is messy though is Carlton, because Carlton is not able, like most dumb men, he's not able to contain his emotions. So just to backtrack, Kyle and Nicole were out on a date, a very hot and sexy, steamy date. A lot of like close dancing and drinks and just living the life. Like you would think they were on vacation, the way they were like at Uptown, like in their own little world, which I love to see. And Carlton walks in on them having like one of the most passionate kisses I've seen on Beyond the Gates, like so far. And he is not happy about it. He confronts them, and Nicole is just like, "Oh, hey, what's up? Like, I told you I'm leaving my options open, and you just happen to walk in on me with one of my options." And Kyle, and what I respect, and I've said on previous shows, is Nicole has been honest and upfront with not only herself, but everyone involved. That's why when she runs into Carlton, she's not like, "Oh my God." She's like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" Like, nothing about this should surprise you. However, nobody wants to see the person that they want to be with tonguing down somebody else the way that Carlton walked in on them. And he cannot help it. He goes into work the next day and he is aggy. He is impatient. He's yelling and being really, really rude to Shanice, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
That was very uncomfortable.
Watch what you're doing, player.
No, he said, "Yo, let me talk to you for a second."
let me talk to you for a second.
Yeah. Oh wow. I thought you was Team Ted over Carlton.
I am, but he's still shorter than him. It's just like Andre and Bill. It's so funny. Like it's just a funny visual. It's great for television. I felt for Carlton though. I did. I felt for Carlton. It's because no matter what, he has to understand he can't allow himself to get played. Now, does Nicole have the right to do what she want to do? 1,000,000% yes. But what he was doing was, and you watch his actions, he was like, "I am going to speed up your healing process. I am going to treat you to the finer things in life. And I'm going to show you that I love you. And I'm going to bombard you with so much love. And you're just going to fall into my arms." And it don't work that way. She needed her time. And he knows he can't handle it. So what Carlton should have did was walked away. Said, "You know what? You don't get the privilege of putting me in the refrigerator in aluminum foil. You don't get that privilege. What you're going to do is you're going to go have your fun. Meanwhile, I'm going to go do me. I'm going to step out. I'm going to do whatever. You won't see me. That way I don't get my feelings hurt." But no, he wanted to try to change it, and that's why he's hurt. But
he also said that he doesn't mind some competition. So
he's the biggest
he's in it
lie.
For the long haul. He's
the greatest lie he ever
but he
told.
could have also like dismissed her or like kind of broke up with her, but he didn't though.
That's what I'm saying. He set himself up. He should have did that. He's an idiot because
he wants to stay in the rankings.
He wants to stay in the rankings, but he's getting hurt. That's why he's having an attitude, which is Kyle's not bothered because Kyle's just there for the cheeks.
Kyle's not bothered because they're mature people casually dating. Like that's what that is. It's just that you don't tend to run into every guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like Kyle is a traveling doctor. Like I told you, I've said it before. He has holes in other area codes. Mm-hmm. Like and that's okay too.
It's okay, but what I'm saying is Carlton's playing himself because he doesn't have no other pros and area codes. He doesn't have anybody else on his checklist. Pros and area codes. I said the clean version. We was talking about clean versions of songs earlier versus the dirty version.
Okay. You can say hoes though.
I know, but I always thought that was cool. Some explicit versions just clear cut better, but sometimes the clean version isn't horrible. But he doesn't have holes in other area codes. He is set on Nicole because in his mind, I was going to be better than Ted. I was going to be the guy for you, and I'm now getting my chance. Well, she's not ready, and he cannot handle it. Therefore, he should leave her alone. He need to play all or nothing and be willing to understand that he could lose it all and be okay with that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know that Nicole still wants Carlton on her roster. So, but now it's difficult because now with all of that being said, Shanice and Ted, they worked through that and Leslie stunt with the panties. I think Shanice called it Pantygate.
Pantygate, yeah.
And they had that hard conversation about Ted possibly having lingering feelings or jealousies over Nicole. And they are back on track. They, I'm sure, going to have a beautiful Valentine's Day. Ted buys her that beautiful dress. But all of that being said, Carlton has a big attitude about some work shit with an operating room or whatever. And the chief of staff gets involved because Shanice, as she should have, was like, oh, I'm not. And as everyone that has worked in some sort of service, and obviously like me being like a bartender barista does not equate to being a nurse. But when you serve people, the best thing and my favorite thing to do when a customer or someone that I like something where it was above my pay grade, I'm going to go grab the person that can deal with your bullshit. When Carlton, I'm not going back and forth with you, Carlton, although Shanice said her piece, but no. I'm taking this to who I need to take it to. And she went right to the chief of staff and was like, yo, he's wilding right now. So then that leads to the chief of staff talking to Carlton about it in front of Nicole and then making snide remarks about Nicole and Carlton's relationship. And that to me is cringe because you know how private I am. Like I would never want, and Nicole being, she was the married lady, the conservative person, the one that was all business, all work and no fun. And now her career is now being impacted by her living her best life. And she now has, she went straight to her mom's house, which, you're going to do at any age. And it's a lot for her to handle. Do you think it's getting too messy?
Yes, very much so. And like you said, I mean, because at first it was one of those things where it just seemed as if it was only when this stuff would happen, only be Ashley and Shanice around. Right. And now when you involve in it, even like you start to see more nurses and you can kind of see like there's the one shot where they're kind of looking at Shanice get the gift, but it's not any like of the characters. So now you start to see like, yo, this joint getting a little messy. So and I think
it's a lot going on.
Like we don't want the white folks in their business.
But again, as chief of staff, this is a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like you're literally watching Nicole and her current boyfriend. Then you see her ex-husband with one of the nurses, and she don't even know about Kyle yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I think Nicole, her professional reputation is so important to her that in the way Carlton's acting, because I'm pretty sure if Nicole or when Nicole finds out how Carlton was talking to Shanice, like I think, and then this is the thing with Carlton. Like, there are more reasons for her not to date Carlton than to date him. Between being Ted's friend and business partner to working in the hospital with her, and then the way like you're talking to people and stuff, all of that habit because you're not happy with my decisions about our love life. Like I can see that being like, you know what, it's been fun. She got the dick already. So I can see her being like, you know what? I don't think this is going to work out. And I think Carlton, like you mentioned before, is going to be the one that's going to be hurt at the end.
But the thing is too about the chief of staff, like we also got to remember they are dealing with literal life and death. It's not like, I know you made the comparison to like being a server in your previous life, but they are literally like their mishaps.
Yeah.
I mean, he was mad and really trying to argue plastic surgery versus emergency surgery.
Mind you, a kidney transplant.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And like, as somebody who's had like emergency surgery before, like I wasn't about to die, but it was classified as like, okay, yeah, came in, we gotta get you down now to the OR, right? You know how much my mother and sister who was in the room with me when we found out would have been pissed if somebody was just getting boobs done? And they said, oh, you gotta wait. Or BBL. Or
BBL.
A nose
that might
job?
be essential surgery to some people.
more than a hernia repair?
No, it's ridiculous. And it's funny because I've watched previous hospital or medical shows or dramas or whatever where plastic surgeons are like fighting for this respect. And it's just like, dude, no, that's cosmetic surgery. Like come on.
You ever been? So I've been to a doctor's conference, right? And it was a plastic surgeon conference. When I tell you, first of all, it was probably the most lit one I ever went to.
Oh, I can only imagine.
Of all the doctors' conferences, and it was here in Baltimore. The surgeon was like, "Be my guest tonight," and I'm like, "All right, cool." So I'm going down there. You meet the person. He's like, "Hey, Brian, I just want you to hang out, network with some people." Mind you, I'm like, I think I might have been. This was 2019, so I'm 32 at the time. They all like 24, 25. It looked like professional Baywatch.
What?
Yes, it looked like professional Baywatch. I'm talking the blonde hair girls.
Oh,
the guys
yeah,
look like
because they're all gonna look a certain way.
They all gonna be operating on each other.
Yeah,
I went back to work the next day. I was telling my friends about it, and they was like, "For real?" So I was like, "Yeah, I was with Dr. Sachs. He told me to come down there." I said, "But man, I see so many, blonde bombshells, and the girl who was like his understudy had more followers than everybody because she was a call what it is. She was like an Asian baddie to the point my friend was like, why is she in med school? All she has to do is be an influencer, which I think she might be now. So that's the reason why they're fighting for this respect. So you look at Carlton and he's like, I need that room because I want them to respect me as a surgeon. Look, we respect everything you did, buddy.
It's also how you do it, how you talk to people.
Bingo.
And you tried to like make it a Shanice thing, and Shanice brought it to, her higher up as she should. And I think that's gonna become more and more of a thing now because now it's on everyone in the hospital is like on their radar that this can get super, super messy, which is why I predict that Nicole is going to end up calling it off with Carlton because the thing with Kyle too is like he's not in town, which is nice. Like he's not in town all the time. Like she can literally, when he's in town, have the time, like have a good night. And then with Carlton, it's a little bit more because you can tell Carlton wants more. But
is she going? I gotta ask you this: is she going to take Vanessa up on her offer?
I don't see her going that far.
Just for
maybe once. I hope, honestly.
One night.
I hope so. I just hope it's not anymore. Like I want some more chocolate.
Oh, she would.
In Nicole's life.
I mean, look at Ted. She'd probably go get like I don't want to say a great value version of Ted. I would say like an upgraded version. Like
I don't know. I mean, look, she was all over Kyle.
Yeah, but see, that's different because remember, Shanice put them together, which Ted still doesn't know that part.
I thought she did.
What?
I thought it was like said in front of Ted that Shanice hooked them up, like when they ran into each other at Uptown.
Okay, if it would have happened there, oh shoot, because he never really confronted her about it.
Yeah, I don't think I think I don't think he was like upset about it like we thought maybe he would be, but then I could be wrong. So gatekeepers, let us know, like if Ted knows that. I feel like I remember that, but I don't know. But the other hospital romance that the chief of staff doesn't even know about is Ashley and Grayson. So Ashley is also kind of going through it because Derek, being the lame-o that he is, has to let it be known that he feels he's not jealous. He's just worried because he's suspicious about Grayson. Like something just seems off about him. And he even like says it to Shanice. And then now, of course, Ashley has a little nugget in her brain that maybe there is something off with him. They're about to get it in. He gets this call. He leaves immediately. So now she's just like, yeah, I don't know if I trust him. So he comes with the whole sob story about his mom and, she fell and it just seemed like a lie to me. I'm not even gonna front. I didn't believe not one word of that shit. Did you?
No. I mean, my man Derek was out here telling the good truth.
Not a fan.
It was not. No, I wasn't either of that. But no, I mean, I will say this. Sometimes you will have that intuition, and a man can look at another man and see if something's off. And if you look at the way he was engaging with Derek, one, you would have he was trying to present himself as something more. Like, no disrespect, dude. You're a lab tech. You was coming at him with Dr. Ego. Like, yeah. And I know Derek was just somebody in the hallway, but Derek was being like overly friendly and he wasn't giving that energy back to him. So I was like, yo. So that's the reason why, because you gotta think about Derek being a firefighter. He's used to like being a hero. And he's probably thinking like anytime he talked to somebody, they all like, I don't want to say into him, but they're engaged with him.
Yeah.
So
I would love if because some of the gatekeepers was saying this on Facebook that he's a part of the plasma ring, and I think it just makes sense because at the same time that Grayson is giving Ashley this fucking sob story about why he had to leave, Smitty is talking to someone that was able to infiltrate the plasma ring and got beat up.
Yeah.
And now it's like, whoa, now we have like, oh, it's dangerous, like what he's doing and everything. And Smitty had the journalist glasses on and like he wanted to get to the bottom of it. And I think it's funny because I was like, I really want to see more of like that crime underworld because we only know about Joey's operation and we hear even Joey saying like, nah, that plasma ring is serious, dangerous business. You know what I'm saying? So then we finally got to see Jacob. Undercover. Yo, that shit gotta be the funniest, most ridiculous shit I ever seen. I could be down. I could see why his father and everyone is like worried about him because, bro, I'm not convinced. I don't believe you. You need more people. Like, you are coming off like a fucking poser. It's so bad. It is so bad. From his fucking foot on the wall. Like, it's almost like in his mind, he was like like those 90s TV shows where it's like the kid from the wrong side of the tracks, or you come across like that thug bully, and then it's like he's playing that part.
Yep.
And it's just like so bad. But what's crazy to me is that Jacob is saying like, oh, it's going to be much harder than I thought. Like they didn't, like he was going to Smitty like, oh, they didn't just, kind of let me in immediately. And it's just like, bro, this is organized crime. Like nobody's going to just meet you and be like, okay, here you go. No, they're going to put you through the ringer. They're going to vet you. They're going to do a lot of things. I agree with his father. And it's not just because I think Jacob's ridiculous, but like, I don't think Jacob is up to this case. Like, I don't think he got what it takes.
No. No. Oh, man.
He just doesn't.
We we're wrestling fans. It's giving Shane McMahon when in the Vince documentary, and he was like, he just wanted his respect.
Love me, Daddy. I just want you to be proud of me, Dad.
Yes, that's what it's giving. And we see the preview next week when he goes, how come I can't get no respect? Yeah, that's what this is all giving.
It really is. And that's what I'm like, does Jacob, like, I want to pivot somewhere. Like, maybe the blow up next week is gonna like bring a little bit more to it. But I need something to hit. Like, I need something dangerous to happen. I want to meet the Impaler. I want to see some more action from that.
Me too.
Yeah.
This.
So speaking of,
did you like the outfit? Oh, okay.
No, I didn't like that. It looked like, it's like, okay, what would a thug wear? Like, and then it's like you're playing. It looks like he's playing a role. Yeah. And you don't want to get made when you're a fucking undercover cop. See, I use those cop terms because I've watched Law and Order long enough. Like, I am a legal crime expert at this point. And that's why I look at these fucking criminals and I'm just like, y'all are so bad. So I was going to go into new characters, but let's follow this crime thread because you got Dumb and Dumber. Still with the cons that it's like, y'all are not low. Like, Hayley is in a hotel. Okay. So please forgive me because it's been a busy week. So this is the week where Hayley has like the black eye from the mugging, and this is when she goes to the hospital, and we see the fallout of that punch, and she spills the whole story to Bill. Her face do look crazy, and I know from like, no one wants to see like a woman with like a black eye. And then like, as a husband, you definitely don't want to look at your wife with a fucking black eye and you were like not there and you could do nothing to protect her. And it did do what Hayley needed it to do, was bring Bill close to her. So he booked her a hotel to keep her safe. He's been showering her with love and affection and all that kind of stuff, even though Hayley didn't want to get involved, but she realized like, oh shit, Lynette was right. Like, this is really working. So she's kind of letting her guard down with Lynette. But I thought, like, again, I was going to say I thought she was smarter than this, but that's not true. But like in the beginning, when Lynette first came to town, like her and Randy knew like, we need to keep this bitch at a distance because she's just as manipulative and crazy and conniving as we are, if not more. So
ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. And, it was interesting when Hayley really was like not thinking about like the ring, and she was like, oh, this is about to be a down payment or my commission. That's what she said. And Hayley was like, nah, but she's like, hello, if Bill sees you to the ring back, like Lynette was just gonna magically find it outside or something. So it's just like she's not
Hayley is not getting that ring back.
Right. And Bill buy her another one. Like, but
exactly.
She's not tying all the pieces together, but it was definitely interesting to find out Lynette and Randy had a little thing going on.
I had a feeling because it's just the odds. Like, y'all are a 3-person team. It's two guys. It's a guy and two girls. One is your cousin, and she's nice to look at. Yeah. But Randy, for
you ain't said that about him.
What about him?
I just thought you was gonna say he's nice to look at.
I liked his gray coat that he wore. Yeah. You know how I feel, but don't make me go off on a tangent about fucking Randy. But Randy was actually kind of smart this week because he's just like, first of all, we're already running a con that you're kind of failing at. Then you add on another layer with this whole mugging situation. And because Bill is who he is, he literally has the chief of police looking to solve this case. And with all the cameras, like there are literally cameras everywhere. Like you don't think, I really would love if the truth came out. Like I would love if like one of the detectives was like, hey, I got some video footage to show you, and shows Lynette punching Hayley. I will literally, if that happens, babe, what can I do? I'm gonna do something crazy if that happens for the gatekeepers, because they are just not playing this right. And then Hayley has people meet. She has Randy and Lynette meet her in the hotel room. Like you're not even being low at all. And of course, Bill walks in on Lynette being there, and Bill's confused because in Bill's mind, she's just a client that happened to be there and did the right thing in the right time by calling the police. Like, why are we getting this? He was like, wait, why are you so upset?
She's a criminal.
Why am I getting you a hotel room? They successfully persuade him to do it. But it's just like Lynette is going to keep going and going because she's looking at Hayley like, you have it all.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just, not knowing everything that she's jeopardizing. But Lynette is going to be trouble. Like, we have just seen the beginning of what the storm that Lynette is going to cause.
Yeah, buddy. It's going to be crazy.
For sure. And then also seeing how she immediately used like her sex appeal when Randy was checking her. Like, Randy was like, I know you, girl. I know that you did not just happen to stumble across Hayley's husband's law firm. So there's going to be a lot there, because also, Lynette, you're asking for too much. Now you want the cases dropped. You want a hotel room. Like, girl, you're doing too much. So that's going to blow up in a big way. And I'm very excited for that.
And we know Bill can off people.
Yep. Or get, yeah, he got people. He definitely got people. So Bill, now he loves his wife again, at least for now. But what he did do, wait, before I get into him and Dani real quick, I just wanna stay on this like Hayley thread really quickly, because we have to make note that Tomas and Caroline are now suspicious of Lynette and Hayley's relationship, because again, she is just a client. Like, girl, like, why are you obsessed with this girl? And then Caroline, dumbass, like, she doesn't have any friends. So it's like, girl, like, you friends with a girl that's so desperate for friends that her only friend is this law firm and then clients? What a loser. Like, girl, like, your friend Hayley is a fucking loser. But I think Tomas kind of got through to Caroline just a little bit.
I'm glad they worked together instead of it been a thing and they would play the blame game. You know, I'm glad they, kind of like, because it's like we don't need that to try.
We all here for the same reasons. Exactly, we all here for the same reasons. We care about our jobs, but it is a little sus that Hayley is getting so close to a client like that, and then to take papers that were not meant to be taken. Like, it's just getting messy and it's getting suspicious. And then after that, Bill sees Lynette in Hayley's room. Like, it's gonna get crazy. That's gonna blow up badly, and it's because Hayley is so dumb and she doesn't know how to be discreet or low or subtle about anything.
Exactly.
Okay, so moving on to someone else who has been ran out of town by Bill and also does not have a subtle bone in their fucking body, and that's Leslie. So Leslie, of course, relishing in being able to put a wedge, or what she thought was going to be a wedge, between Shanice and Ted. But now it seems like she wants to get more into, or more serious with Marcel. So she goes to Joey to find out more about him. Now, this was surprising. I didn't think that Leslie would do something like that, but she sees something in Joey. Like, she sees herself, like, her and Joey are kind of like two sides of the same coin. Like, we're both outsiders. We're both, criminals. We both have gotten away with a lot. Like, we about that same life, basically. So she feels this kindred spirit with Joey, which is actually kind of funny. And I was hoping that Joey didn't like fold, but I'm also like, I know who Joey Armstrong. He ain't about to be sitting here kicking, telling people business. Like, exactly. I should have known. But Vanessa walks in and sees Leslie trying it, and I don't think Leslie's into Joey, honestly. I just think she's just a fucking troll. And Vanessa walks in at the worst time.
Leslie's that person, when she knows she got you, she gonna keep fucking with you.
Yep.
Like, when she knows she in your head, that's the thing. And that she played with the Duprees all last season, from even when she was singing Anita's song to her. And then, she broke Anita. She made her slap her. You know what I mean? Yep. So that's exactly what she is. She's a big troll. Yep. And she's going to do whatever.
Yep, she gonna do whatever. And Joey liked seeing Vanessa a little territorial. That's how I know, like, he really loved her. And it's so good to see. But very quickly, do you see Joey ever warming up to Leslie in a way to at least like for a friendship? Like, but I mean, if he's smart, I would say like no.
Yeah,
if he's smart,
no, because it's
but
like,
Leslie
he's
is
still
very
Joey
persuasive.
Armstrong.
Exactly.
You know?
But like Leslie, it can be so persuasive that sometimes you're just like, wait, what?
But then we saw what happened with Ted, right? She got there, got to the point she had a little friendship. So she thought that he was happy. They had a good conversation. Even had Thanksgiving dinner as a family. And then what happened? She took things too far.
As always.
Pennygate.
Yo, and mind you, they legit were gonna have a friendship, which I already was like, Ted, you dumb. But like they could have had a friendship and she just ruined it as per usual.
You ruined it. You ruined it.
You ruined it. Love it. So Madison and Chelsea, which I would probably guess is your favorite couple at the moment. Yeah, so they're clearly back together. They are officially engaged, and the moment of silence for Madison's rock. Whew, Chelsea did. She did that bit. She did the big one. She did the big one with that ring. And that ring was so blinding that Madison said, I'm not going to go to Copenhagen no more. That research project will be like, I'll just do it. I'm just going to stay here and be a fiance. I will say, and just because, like, you know how I am, like, I was a little disappointed about that.
I knew he was ready to go in on Madison. I've been waiting for this all week.
Because I'm like, girl, like, this is your career. This is like your passion. Like, this is something that you've always wanted to do. And like, it kind of goes to the point of like, were you going to take it because you were on the outs with Madison, and now that y'all are engaged, like, you're not going to do it. And also, y'all are rich. Y'all can make anything really work for y'all. Like, go do your research project. Chelsea can come back and forth. Like, girl, what are you doing? So I was disappointed about that. I don't like to see her like derail her career. And I feel like if I was Chelsea, I wouldn't want her to either. But they're lesbians, so
well,
she leave it at that.
We gotta understand something though, right? Madison made it very clear. It was always her dream to be a wife, to be a family woman, to have somebody. And when she didn't see that it was possible because of the way she grew up and the way society was, she deeply immersed herself into work so much she became a brain doctor. That is some deep immersion shit.
Yeah.
Like, do you know
how much? She also loves it too.
She do, but understanding there's levels to it, right? So I think the levels that she wanted, I'm not going to say she didn't always want to be a brain doctor, right? But the levels, I think, wasn't as high or as far as this big research and papers and all of that to that point. So when she said her explanation, wasn't disappointed. I was still feeling the same way, like, why don't y'all just go together and make it work? At the end of the day, you're still going to get life experience. You could still say you moved to another country. So that's where I was at with it. But I understood, and I was like, okay, I get it. Because I was disappointed when I knew when she was like, Chelsea, so excited. She went to tell her grandparents. And she's like, Chelsea, stop. And I was like, Chelsea, you're doing it again. You're rushing to the point. You're rushing to the end. And you're just talking. And I think that is a big pet peeve. And it's a viewer thing, right? Not that I'm mad they do this in television. A big pet peeve I have in TV is when there's one character, you know something is coming up, and then that character keeps talking, they over talk. It's like, sharp, because you know they about to say some life-changing or whatever, changing shit. But it's like, I know it's a part of the process. But that's how I was feeling when Madison and when Chelsea was telling her grandparents everything.
Yeah, I can see that. I just don't see why you can't have it all.
And that's the thing too, though.
Because so many people like, why do you have to choose? Like, okay, your dream is to be a wife. Okay, all you are is engaged right now. Like, but
it might not even work.
I'm a different person.
And that's the thing, though, because I knew you was gonna hate it. but I understood where she was coming from. Would I have done the same? No. Like if I had this big research or a big, let's just say, big broadcast opportunity, and I go overseas for a year, and I'm be like, well, I've always wanted to do this since I was in third grade. You know what I mean? And I always want like wife, kids? Yes. But there's levels.
But just
to
imagine if you have the means though. Like that's I think what's confusing to me. Whereas it's like y'all could have easily made this work. Like, but I digress. I am glad that Chadison is back together. And I'm glad that all the families involved. Because I was like worried that the family, because I would have said it like I thought the family's gonna be like, y'all are moving too fast. But you know, they are lesbians, so I'm not surprised. And they do seem very much in love. And, you know, they both make each other happy. They have both grown and matured. They've gotten through, you know, a lot together. So I wish them the best of luck.
I want to ask you about that. Because, like, we saw Bill go all crazy. Just you're moving too fast.
That shit was just a way to get to Dani.
Yeah. But does Vernon always seem agreeable? Like, it's almost like fake sometimes. Like, yeah, like when they first got together, okay, she was, well, obviously she wasn't the first gay person in the family, right? But I just feel like every time I see Vernon, okay, yeah, let me learn about that. Oh, sure, y'all want to get married? Sure. You know, he always just seems, he kind of started to feel, I don't want to say not strong character, but he just seems too agreeable. Like, if his grandkids say, you know, I think I want to go sleep on the porch for a month. Sure, you should sleep on the porch. You know, we got the good kind of bed that's outside. Like it just
I think with his kids is different. I think all grandparents are kind of like that though. You know what I'm saying? But like when Dani came over to talk about the modeling thing, and she was like, when she brought up Bill, he was like, "Don't tell me that you still hung up on that man." Like, I think it's just different. I think, like, with his grandkids, he's kind of just like, live your best. And you know how it is. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's a different temperament. But there are situations that, you know, we've talked about in the past, but I just feel like he should have came off a little bit more aggressive and, like, in certain situations. But he want his granddaughter happy, I guess.
And I respect it.
Yeah, I guess. So speaking of grandchildren, Samantha is fully in Cotillion mode. Anita Dupree, great grand, yep. Samantha and Jessica and Terrell went over to the Dupree house to do some prepping for the Cotillion and the dancing and all that kind of stuff. And it's nice to see that those bonding moments with Samantha and Anita. And also, it's nice to see Anita doing, like, you know, because I was like, oh, she got a lot of energy this week. She's conducting dance rehearsal and shit. But what annoyed me about those scenes, though, is Jessica. Because, like, she's constantly making the screw face. Like, she's constantly back talking about everything. And it's like, I understand and I appreciate that she has strong views and strong opinions on things. But also, there's a time and a place. Like, you were invited to the Dupree home by Anita Dupree to prep for this, and you already said that you were fucking going. So my thing is like, girl, shut up about it. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. Fucking go make TikToks about it, or go fucking write a blog about it at this point. Like, we get it. Okay? You don't agree with this shit.
You held that one in all week. You was waiting.
Yeah, because I don't know. I just feel like it's disrespectful to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you
children,
yeah, like if oh, okay, Monk. But like, my thing is, if you feel that strongly, then don't come to my grandmother's house with that smoke. Like, it's very uncalled for. And then you can see like how excited Samantha is, and it's just like, okay, Buzz Killington, like, way to put a damper on it.
I can't stand is a buzzkill. You know. Like, some things just don't be involved. But I can't stand a buzzkill.
Me either. And it's like, you know, keep your feelings to yourself. But what's gonna be spicy? Because, you know, the kids' storylines, I'd be like, all right, whatever. But what's been spicy is Miss Anastasia, the nosy Karen. I was gonna call it Karen, but the nosy one from the country club. Her granddaughter Francesca, Chessie, I think her nickname was, very ugly, basically have declared war on the Duprees. So I'm like, oh, okay, not only do we have a new character, damn, I should have brought up the actress's name. Welcome to the show. They have now been like, we're taking down the Duprees and it's going to start at the Cotillion. So now we have like a rivalry happening. And I gotta say, Anastasia, whatever the fuck that nosy lady name is, she got a lot of fucking nerve. Like, she approached Dani's table, then you come back. Like, you approached my table twice. Like, you are pressed. Like, you are upset. And you got your granddaughter doing the same messy shit. Like, y'all are pathetic.
Yeah. Yeah, Madison, what is it? Madison also broke. The
awesome.
Also broke. It's like I said awesome. My bad.
I said awesome.
Oh, okay, yeah, but she's first of all, she was good.
She was great. She is playing the exact person that she's playing. Like, I believe everything that she's saying. Her and her mean ass grandmother. And I love it. Welcome to the show. But I love that now we have more like younger people.
Yeah.
And I love that everybody is hating on the Duprees.
I mean, the Duprees are the Duprees, you know.
Yeah.
I can't wait for this Cotillion. And I do like having, like, when they do these build-ups to things, like Winterfest.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, it doesn't have to be, oh, they talk to us about it, and then it's next week. You know what I mean? So that's what's certainly interesting.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if she tried to take Tyrell.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be the next thing. Like, it's like, okay, we're going to beat Samantha at whatever title or at the Cotillion. And then I feel like it's going to be that next phase is like, oh, now I'm going to take her man.
Well, her brother. Oh, you think she'll take Samantha's man?
I could just, no, not Samantha's man, Tyrell.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, I could just see Tyrell being like a pawn in their vendetta against the Duprees.
They not so bad people. They so nice because he's so gullible.
I know.
Hanging
and
out.
And it's like, you would think, like, you know, your mom lived under a bridge. Like, you would think like you would have some street smarts. You know what I'm saying? Also, I didn't like that they were making fun of him.
Yeah.
I don't like how they was making fun of my girl June. Only I can make fun of my girl June, okay? Not y'all. So I can see just like any, you know, trope, like they're gonna get embarrassed during Cotillion.
Oof.
They're gonna get embarrassed, and it's gonna be bad. Anastasia and the granddaughter, yeah, because they're gonna try so hard, and I feel like they're gonna get embarrassed because the Duprees always come out on time.
No,
am I right?
Crazy. Yeah, you got grandmothers and great grandmothers having rivalries.
Right, like, girl, calm it down. So I want to end with Dani, but before we get into Dani Dupree's big comeback to modeling, we do have Kat, who is kind of going through, I would say, a quarter life crisis because all of the women in her family have like big changes that they're going through right now, or like achievements and accomplishments and just big change. And Kat has a conversation with her granddad, and she's just like, I feel like I'm living my life too cautiously. And we've had these conversations about Kat. I mean, girl, she was a virgin till she was like 25. Like, yeah, you are very cautious. And we've had this conversation about Kat, and she is careful with her, you know, her next moves in her life, which I don't think is a bad thing. But I do think, you know, at this time in Kat's life is your prime. Like, no, I don't like that anymore, saying like a certain age is like a woman's prime, because I just feel like you have people like 60, 50-year-olds.
Okay, Trish Stratus.
Just exactly. And my sisters are in their 50s and they are fabulous. So, but again, she's young, and it might be time for Kat to let loose. Like, follow your mom's playbook.
Yo. So wait, you just gonna just break up her and Tomas? Like, can they break up first? Can he do something bad first? You just telling her to.
Girl, I've been over her and Tomas.
But it's just funny because
it went from she's in a committed relationship to now.
Yeah,
Go
you
date
like,
two niggas.
yeah, just go out there.
But I wanna see Kat explore that a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing I wanted to mention really quick is Naomi. Naomi is feeling a lot of strain in her marriage. Jacob, of course, he's undercover, so they don't really communicate as much because he can't really talk about his case. And I think she also has that weight of holding the secret that that she tested positive for the gene, not only from her husband but also from her family. So when she hears her sister's news about her engagement, like she can't help but go into like negative mode about marriage, and her mom Dani and Chelsea's like, oh, trouble in paradise. Like, okay, maybe today wasn't the day to share my engagement news with you.
You're right. Just that whole look she had the whole time. I was like, oh my goodness, you gotta be kidding me. Ooh, back up.
She is miserable.
Mm-hmm.
And I want so much better for Naomi.
Right.
But I think like everything that's gonna happen with Jacob next week, I think is gonna affect Naomi. And I feel like Naomi at some point is just gonna like blurt it out. Like she's not gonna be able to hold it for much longer. In my opinion. So kudos to Naomi. We love you, girl. So Dani Dupree has finally, because of my I've been wanting this for so long, because I was always just like, Dani Dupree needs to remember that she is that girl. Mm-hmm. And she has signed a contract to basically be the face of this new fashion line. And everyone's like, of course I didn't put the designer's name. But it's like, her? Oh, that's a big deal. So, of course, she's going back and forth about it. And I'm just like, Dani, you going back into modeling. Like, she acts like she has to, like, she's going back into, like, the army. Like, girl, like, it's okay. Like, it's not that deep. And she goes to her parents and she, like, asks them almost, like, for permission because her mom is going through cancer. And I'm not trying to sound insensitive whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't think that was necessary. I feel like you know, this is like, you basically are working. Like, it's, I don't know. I just feel like people in this show, and maybe because I don't know. I think
she should have, like, she's known her mother at this point. You know, I don't want to say the news is old, but 2 months in, she knew what her mother was going to give her blessing. I understand wanting a blessing, but like, wait until the day of and be like, but that's what she'll do. Like, remember, that's how she got married. Like, oh, you know what? We should go to Vegas. You know, so it's that last minute impulse that just goes like, what, Dani?
Yeah. And I was like, it felt like at first she was like ruining the opportunity by being late and stuff like that. But then she ended up crushing the live stream. She invited the press to her house. Also, shout out to Pamela's outfit. She looked so good in that leather like blazer outfit with the gold buttons and the hair and the lipstick. Very cute. But yeah, she ended up doing what Dani does best and killing the presentation, and the designer was happy. The press was happy. She also was able to check that misogynistic asshole reporter who literally implied that she was like this washed up old ass model, accused her of having stretch marks. And I was like, we have seen a lot of Dani Dupree. Out of anyone, that woman does not have no fucking stretch marks. Like, you're reaching. And also, like Dani said, like, wait, you came to my home, you're drinking my champagne, and you're going to ask me a question like that? But she flipped it and turned it into a selling piece for the line as a mature woman. And I ate it up. She did so fucking good, yo.
Yes, she did. And, you know, I mean, that also just shows the experience she has. And for the brand's sake, this is why you bring on a Dani Dupree. Because you need somebody who's on point, just like that.
Yep. And Andre was right there to support her. And he was trying hard not to react to that reporter. Because you know Andre about that life. He about that life. But he know his wife was going to be able to handle it. So I'm excited for this new journey for Dani. She gets to go back to like the world that she missed out on after a while, and in her full self. And, you know, like she said, she loves Andre. She loves who she's with Andre. And you can just see that. So I'm just so excited for everything Dani has this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And next week is going to be even more messier. And I love it.
I want respect, Dad.
Yo, we got Jacob wanting respect. Anita about to pass out, and of course, guess who's sitting at the table? Leslie.
Yeah.
Why Leslie? Like, Leslie, go somewhere. She really is like that. Go somewhere.
Yeah, man.
I'm very excited for next week. It was another fantastic week of episodes and drama, and the show just keeps getting better and better. So I know is episodes all next week. I know it's a holiday on Monday, but I feel like it's all new episodes next week. So of course, you know, we will be watching and we will be recapping at the end of the week. So we mentioned it in previous episodes, but our YouTube channel, Six Heart Media, is officially a part of the YouTube Partner Program. So if you want to see more, maybe live streams, more exclusive content, please let us know in the comments, because we are more than happy to see what we can do and engage with more gatekeepers. So put those in the comments. I want to shout out our OG listeners and viewers that are always listening and always in the comments. We love and appreciate you. I also want to welcome any new gatekeepers that have stumbled upon Loving Them Gates, which is our Beyond the Gates recap show. We love having you. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, the like button, and that bell for notifications. Also, we have a Facebook page where we also talk about them gates. And follow us on Instagram at Six Heart Media.
You know it.
And we'll see you next week.